can do it too, yeah.
Atif, can you introduce?
Yeah, sure.
On the right one, it's Samir Shami, who plays bass for me. And on the very left, it's Mahmood Rahman, plays rhythm guitars for me. And on the very left, Samada! He mastered my whole album and he has done a great job with that very first time.
Are they part of the gentry?
We're just musicians, that's it.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll pretend you're Hi Cater. Come along and join us. Okay. Hi Cater. Ali?
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay, so this is the crew, the Atif Aslam crew.
One crew member is basically Mr. Farhad Humayun.
That's the designer, right? The Thai guy.
No.
Fadi, the drummer.
Yes, the drummer.
Yes, he's the designer.
Alright. Okay. So the Thai guy is in here, right? Yeah,
That's it. That's him.
There
He's busy on the phone.
next to the Jeep.
Shabazz! Solving some government issues.
Here, these high cater people, they do these strangest things, don't they? Fashionable people. Gentry. So now the gentry is all in one line. So, how did you meet Atif first?
I met him through Farhad, I suppose, right?
Farhad?
Yeah. He had come over from Lahore to record his album.
Okay.
Like, great.
So, how did you feel when you first saw him? Like, did you have, like, like, gushing feeling or something?
You know what? when I first saw him, he looked different because I always thought that the guy who modeled in
Yeah.
he was Atif.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was like a confusion.
Exactly.
Everyone has a story about how they met Atif for the first time. That's amazing.
What's your story first?
What's my story? My story was that he was in a concert in Lahore, and at that time we had no programs, but he was still nice to us, so I liked that about him.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
No, you don't. That never happened. That never happened. I just made that up. So tell us about the time you met Atif for the first time.
Like Sarmad, I met Atif through Farhad,
Uh-huh.
who was at the time playing for Atif,
Uh-huh.
but he didn't have the time to put in his efforts 100%
Right.
all the time. So he spoke to me
Yes.
about playing with Atif. So it's a very unexciting, business-like approach to things. But however, we grew to be friends,
Right.
and things aren't
So
just
basically,
business.
you weren't like really impressed at that time.
No,
Like Sarmat couldn't control himself. But you were not impressed.
no,
But
I
look
knew
at
the
this-
kid had talent.
Huh?
I knew he had talent. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here 1.5 years later.
Right.
You know.
No, actually, in the beginning I wasn't really impressed with him.
Oh no, man.
To be honest, I didn't think highly of Atif at all.
Right.
And I thought it was a normal song.
Yeah.
I mean, an average song. But when I heard the rest of his stuff, I was blown away by his
Okay.
voice. I think he's an excellent vocalist.
Yeah.
Him?
Yeah.
Oh, basically he called me up and said, "Okay, this chap needs to play bass. Have you heard him?" I was like, "No."
Uh-huh.
And I hadn't heard the song.
You were the only guy in Pakistan who hadn't heard Adat by that time.
He's one of the Sameers. Every other guy who plays the bass,
Yes.
his name is Samir.
Yeah, actually, I agree with that. Is that how it really happened? Because it's kind of like a lame story, man.
lame
This is a really lame story.
There's just, so many people in Lahore who actually play something,
Yeah.
and they're, half decent at it.
Yes.
So in the end, the chances of knowing someone who are actually pretty good at playing something and are your friends and have the same taste in music is very slim.
What about at this stage? How do you feel being part of, say, the backup band? I mean, how does it feel? I mean, is this what you intend to do for a longer period, or when you do compose, what is your role in it?
I think whenever Atif composes something and I wind up playing it,
Yes.
I have my own individual touch which I add to the song,
Right.
which obviously affects everything I play. So no matter what Atif writes,
Right.
and if it's something I write to add to the song, or it's just a portion of the song, or anything, my individuality, hopefully, I hope it does, shine through in the end.
And what about bass?
It's exactly what he said. Basically, what we play,
Yeah.
it Thank you.
Man, that's so loving. It's like little litter of
Oh, we
cats.
go
They
way
clean
back.
one another, you know.
We go way back. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
No, basically, what what we play as is yeah,
Hey, why don't you groove?